Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel today. My name is Osetale. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to cut and sew this beautiful blazer jacket. I'll be sharing with you step by step how to go about the pattern drafting, the cutting, and the joining of all the pieces together. So without wasting any time, let's go straight to the tutorial video. For the making of that jacket, these are the fabrics you are going to be needing. You'll be needing two different type of crepe fabric, a thick one and a soft one. The thick one is going to be your main fabric and the soft one is going to be your lining fabric. You'll be needing nothing less than 2.5 to 3 yards of your crepe. You're also going to be needing air stay because we are going to be ironing air stay to the crepe fabric. Okay, and these are the body measurements that I'm going to be using for the sewing of this jacket. I am a size 10. Now to draft out the pattern, you rule a straight line at the starting end of your pattern paper. We are going to be drafting the back piece first, okay? Place your tape on the starting line. You're going to measure down to your bust line. Then you take the length of the jacket. I'm making use of length of 17 inches because it is a crop jacket. If you want yours to be longer, you can go ahead and increase the length. After marking it out, you're going to connect. So you label it the shoulder line, the bust line, then we have the waistline. Now on the shoulder line, you take your shoulder divided by 2. You're going to come down by 1 inch for your shoulder slope. Here you will take 3 inches for the neck width. This is constant, okay? So go ahead and connect your shoulder just like this. After doing that, you're going to come down here by your round bust measurement divided by 6 plus 1.5 to get your armhole depth. So for my case, it is 7.5 inches. So I marked it. I'm going to go ahead to connect it just like this. So guys, this is the chest line. Now the next thing to do is to divide this line into 2 to get the midpoint. From that point, you're going to go in by ½ inch. On the chest line, you will take your round bust measurement divided by 4. My actual bust measurement is 36, but because we are making a jacket, I added extra 2 inches to it, so I'm going to be making use of 38 inches. So 38 divided by 4 is going to give me 9.5. So I'm going to go ahead and take it on the chest line. So after doing that, you're going to connect your armhole. So guys, now the next thing you're going to do is to draw out the dart. You're going to come to the waistline. You will take your nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. So this is the same as the bust span. So your nipple to nipple measurement is the same as your bust span. So you take the same thing on the chest line, then you rule a straight line just like this. So you're going to extend this chest line out because the dart is supposed to get all the way to the chest line. So extend it up. Come to the waistline again. On that dart line, you're going to take ½ inch on both sides of it. Then you're going to connect it. So guys, that is it. That's it for the dart. Now the next thing to do is to take your body measurement. We already have our bust measurement there. So at the waistline, my actual waist is 28. So because it's also a jacket we are making, I added extra 2, giving me 30. So I'm going to be dividing 30 by 4 to take on my waistline. So you measure your dart, you add it to your measurement. So after you are done marking it out, you're going to connect with your roller. So guys, this is what you're going to have. Here you go up by ½ inch, then you're going to connect it. Now you come to the neck area, you're going to come down by about ½ inch for your neck depth. The neck depth of the back is not supposed to be so much. I later increase it again by another ½ inch, but here I marked ½ inch, then I just connected a small round neckline. So you can see. So this is it. I'm going to go ahead now to cut it out. So guys, this is it for the back piece. Go ahead and label it the back piece. Now for the drafting of the front piece, you bring out a fresh pattern paper. The first thing you will do is to measure down about 4.5 to 5 inches. So measure down about 5 inches and rule a line. Then here you're also going to measure in another 4 to 5 inches. Then you rule another line. So just go ahead and rule out the lines on your pattern paper like this because they are very important. Now, all your measurement is going to start from that line. So this first line here is the shoulder line. Then there is the center front of your pattern paper. So I took the shoulder measurement divided by 2. I came down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. And I took the neck width of 3 inches. I'm just going to go ahead to connect the shoulder slope. So after doing that, I'm going to take the length. So place my tape there. I measure down to the bust line. Then you take the waistline. Come forward here to mark the same thing. The bust line, then the full length of the jacket, which is also the waistline. Okay. So go ahead and roll it out. So here we have the bust line. Then this is the waistline. So after doing that, here you're going to come down for your armhole depth. So the armhole depth I'm making use of is 7.5. So I just went ahead to mark it. Then after marking, you're going to connect with your ruler. So you label it the chest line. On this line, you're going to divide what you have here into 2 to get the midpoint. From that point, you go in by 0.75 inch. 0.75, okay? So remember the bust measurement we are making use of is 38 divided by 4, it will give us 9.5. Go ahead and mark it. You're going to connect your armhole. So guys, after doing that, now you're going to come to the bust line. You will take your nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. You take the same thing on the waistline. You're going to rule a straight line. Now on the waistline, you take ½ inch on both sides of the line. Then you connect your dart. So after connecting your dart, now you're going to be rolling it out in this form. Can you see how I place my curve ruler? So just go ahead and roll it out to meet the armhole point there. So from that point, you come down by ½ inch. Then you're going to be creating a little dart at the armhole area there. So this is going to help so that the armhole area will not be looking bulgy, okay? So just mark it out. We are going to be cutting off the dart. At the chest line, you take your bust measurement divided by 4. We already took it. On the waistline, we are making use of waist of 30 inches. Remember, so 30 inches divided by 4, 7.5. I'll measure the dart. I'm going to add it to my measurement. Then I go ahead to connect. After you are done connecting, this is what you have. Now you come here to mark out the neck. We already have a neck width of 3 inches. You come down by another 3 inches for the neck depth. Then you connect your round neckline. So guys, after connecting your neckline, here you're going to come out here by 1 inch for the button flap. You see the reason why we mark out all these SS. So we are going to be using them for all these things. So just mark out your button flap just like this. So go ahead and label it button. Now it's time to mark out the lapel. So from the starting line, the shoulder line, you're going to come down by how long you want your lapel to be. So for my case, I want mine to be about 14 inches. So I marked it. I'm going to be connecting from that 14 inches mark to meet my neck area. Can you see what I did? So now here I'm going to be going out by an extra 1.5 inches. You can choose to use 1 inch, you can choose to use 2. It depends on how wide you want your lapel to be. For my case, I went out by extra 1.5 inches and I rule it out. Now I'm going to be connecting it to meet that point. You can choose to use a straight ruler, but for my case, I'm going to be using this curve ruler to do that. If you want yours to be straight, you use the straight ruler, but if you want yours to be curvy, you go ahead and use a curvy side of your ruler, okay? Now that we are done with the lapel, it's time to mark out the collar. So first of all, I will deepen the neckline of the back piece by another extra ½ inch. I told you guys that I later deepen it by half inch. So initially we came down by half inch, so I'm deepening it with another half inch now. After that, I'm going to measure around it what I have. So what I have is about 3.5 inches. So here I'm going to be going up by that 3.5 inches. You are not going to place your tape to be straight, so make sure it is slanted. It is following that line that you have on your pattern paper. Then go ahead and mark it. Can you see how my straight ruler is following that line? So that's how you're going to draw it out. So after drawing it out, so measure it again to be sure you have your 3.5 inches. So here you're going to go in from that line. You go out from the line, sorry, you go out by an extra 0.25 inch. Then you roll it out. So after rolling, now that second line is the line we are going to be making use of. So the first line that we drew before, we are going to erase it out, just like this. Now you want to determine the width of your collar. You are not going to place your tape to be straight like this. So slant it as well. So make sure to slant it. So for the width of my collar, I made use of 3.75 inch. Then I marked it. 3.75 is the wideness of my collar. So I roll a line just like that. So guys, the next thing we are going to be can be a little bit tricky, so please pay attention. You're going to come to the lapel area here. You will go in by 1.75 inch, you mark it. Then you go up here by 1 inch. Now you're going to place your tape to from one point to the other point. Can you see? So make sure what you have is 1.5 inches from one point to the other point. After which you're going to roll it out just like this. Then you're going to use your curve ruler to connect it to meet the other side of the collar. So this is going to complete the drafting of the collar. So this is it guys for the drafting of the collar. In case you didn't understand that part, just take it back and watch it again, okay? Now the last thing I'm going to do is to come on here. I'll go up by 0.75, then I'm going to connect it just like this. So just to give it a little bit of shape at the end there. So now you're going to go ahead to cut this out. As I was cutting, I realized that I'm supposed to go out here by half inch. Remember we took a dart of half inch, right? You're supposed to replace that side by half inch. You're supposed to go out by half inch, because if you don't do that, when you are joining it, you will see that that side will be shorter. So just go out by half inch, then connect it to the armhole, then go ahead to cut out everything. So guys, after you are done cutting, this is what you're going to have. So here we have the center front, and this other one is the side front. Then we have the collar. So this is it for the drafting and the cutting of the front piece. I'm going to bring back the back piece. I want to divide the pieces into two. You can choose to leave it like this, but I just wanted to, divide it into two pieces. I just roll it out to the armhole area like that. So I label it the center back piece 1 and the side back piece 2. Now you're going to divide it into two. So to divide it, just go ahead and cut out the dart, and that is it. Now all these pattern pieces is what we are going to be transferring to our fabric for the making of the jacket. But before you go ahead to transfer your pattern pieces to the fabric, you're going to iron your stay to your fabric. So you'll iron your stay to both the main fabric and the lining fabric before you transfer your pieces, okay? Now it's time to cut the sleeve. I've already folded my fabric together into two. Here I'm going to roll a line which is going to be for the starting line, okay? Now I'll place my tape on the starting line to take the measurement. First of all, I came down by half inch for like the sewing allowance. So from that half inch, I marked the length of the sleeve and I added extra 2 inches to the length. I'm going to go ahead to roll it out. So the fabric I folded into two is about 10 inches wide, okay? So here I'm going to come down by 5 inches, then I will rule a diagonal line. On that diagonal line, I'm going to take my armhole measurement divided by 2. So here you can see it's no longer up to 5. I just remarked it. I'm going to connect it. So make sure that what you came down by is up to 5 inches after you are done taking your armhole divided by 2. Now what I have as my armhole divided by 2, I'm going to get the midpoint of it. So this half here, from here to here, I will get the midpoint of it as well. Then I will go up by half inch. Then this other half here, from here to here, I will get the midpoint of it, and I will come down by half inch. So after doing that, you're going to connect to meet this half inch mark. Then you connect to meet this mark here. Then you take it all the way down to meet this mark. Then you connect all the way down. So just take it back, like rewind back and watch it again if you do not understand what I did here. It is very, very easy. So after doing that, I'll come down here by about 7 inches. I'm going to take my round arm measurement divided by 2. My round arm is 13 divided by 2, that is 6.5. I'll mark it. Then I will measure down to the elbow length. My elbow is 13 inches. So I'll take my round elbow measurement divided by 2. Then I'll come to the wrist here. I'll take the round wrist measurements divided by 2. After doing that, I'll just cross check to be sure I have my armhole measurement divided by 2 here. Then I'm going to add extra 1 inch for sewing allowance. So just add extra 1 inch all the way to the end for the sewing allowance. After you are done doing that, you're going to connect it with your ruler. So guys, after connecting, cut it out. Now I'm going to be using this now to cut the second sleeve. So just fold your fabric together into two, place the first one on it, then trace it out. So guys, now I'm going to be using this now to cut the same thing for the lining, okay? So I've gone ahead to do that, and I cut out all the other pieces. I'm just going to explain to you guys how I cut them out. This is the collar. You can see I cut it on fold, and I added half inch round it. So it is on fold, and I added half inch round it. So here we have the front pieces. Sorry, these are the back pieces. I cut them, giving them half inch round it. At the end, I gave it about 1 inch, and at the side I gave it another 1 inch for sewing allowance. You can see the back, I cut it on fold. The back is cut on fold because it does not have any zipper. I cut both the main fabric, and I also cut the lining fabric. So that's what you're going to do, both the main fabric and the lining fabric. So that is it for the back. As for the front pieces, I did the same thing, added half inch round it. At the end here, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. As for the lining of the front piece one, the center front, you're going to cut it using your main fabric because it's going to be opening up. You know, lapel normally opens up. So when it opens up, so that the lining is not showing, so the main fabric is supposed to show. So for this other piece, you're going to cut it with your normal lining fabric, okay? So that is it for that. As for the sleeve, I've gone ahead to cut the lining for the sleeve. So the lining of the sleeve is 2 inches shorter than the main fabric. So when you join it together, it's going to match up, okay? All these pieces is what we are going to be joining together in our next video for the making of the jacket. Do what to hit on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that when the video drops, you will be notified.